So who do I want as a coach of my beloved Miami Dolphins? And a lot of names go floating around. And my 2 cents here, I'd still prefer a head coach that's been there and done that. I'm tired of the inexperienced, or rather no experienced head coaches that continue to fail in Miami. What is it, the last 5 now, I believe? I'd much rather go with a head coach that has coached a couple of the best quarterbacks and has had his team in the playoffs. With that, a chance to actually win a Super Bowl pretty much every year of his coaching career. And remember, those teams never had dominant defenses. Yes, great quarterbacks. But those teams also took a lot of great coaching to win like they did every year. I'd still take a chance on a guy like McCarthy over them all. Miami, has gone through offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, one after the other, with, parentheses, as Ross said, the same damn results every time. Draft a quarterback in this year's draft, first or second round, and go with him, fully expecting to draft another one in the next year's draft in the first round, when there will be a much better pool to choose from. At worst, you have 2 young quarterbacks to roll with by the end of year 2 for a head coach that can still put together an offense that can compete every week. Oh, and let's get an actual experienced defensive coordinator as well. Miami, they do kind of have they have some talent on defense. Aside from defensive tackle, McMillan came along really good second half of the year. Finally fully recovered from that knee injury. Baker played very well for a 3rd round pick, and X-Men and X and Jones and Fitz are studs. Wake, I think, needs better defensive tackles to be effective. They just need to be healthy now. Here's the thing, look at this too. Now you might be saying to yourself, now, maybe you don't trust Mike McCarthy. Maybe you're saying it's going to be Joe P. round 2. He rode 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks, coattails, and the only year they won a Super Bowl, they had a top 5 defense. Look at how bad, you might say, Hundley looked in 2017. McCarthy had 3 years to prepare him and couldn't even make him look serviceable. Now, I'll tell you this, and every time they had to rely on a backup quarterback, they had injuries all over the offense, and Heredity had a horrible defense to the defense of McCarthy there. And to go along with Honey Boo Boo, I mean, that guy never should have been trusted to be the backup. Like him or not, because, like him or not, I think this year that Packers team lost because the GM has ran them into the ground. McCarthy is still a huge reason why Green Bay has been a really credible team the last 13 years or so. You might say to me, I think that this team has just enough talent with an experienced coach to get them over that hump. Please, let's get an experienced staff in here. Hope all is well.